Everyone knew that Lucas Ryan only married me out of spite because he couldn't have the one he truly loved. For 5 years of marriage, he was the perfect husband in public, a renowned cardiologist adored by many, but behind closed doors, he was cold, distant, and had asked for a divorce more times than I could count. Then his first love, Evelyn Snow, returned to the country due to illness. Lucas devoted himself to her care, never leaving her side. He even warned me repeatedly, Eve's heart condition is delicate. If you dare show up and stress her out, we're done for good. Finally, during his 100th demand for a divorce, I agreed. What Lucas didn't know, however, was that I was already carrying his child. On the way to the courthouse to finalize the divorce, I was in a car accident. Both my life and my unborn child's were lost in an instant. Lucas didn't get the divorce papers that day, but he did get the news that Evelyn had found a perfect heart donor match. Excited, he rushed back to the hospital and performed the surgery himself, taking the heart from my lifeless body and placing it into hers. It wasn't until later that he remembered our divorce, but by then, my phone would never ring again. Claire still isn't answering her phone? In the hospital room, Evelyn Snow's pale face grew even more ashen. Her eyes reddened, and tears spilled over as she looked at Lucas Ryan, her voice trembling. Lucas, in the 5 years you were married to her, did you really never feel anything for her? Not even once? Her voice cracked as she continued, her emotions unraveling. Is she really missing? Or are you lying to me? Was this all a trick because you never actually wanted to marry me? Because you never forgave me for leaving you back then? By the time she finished, Evelyn burst into heart-wrenching sobs. I stood by the window, quietly leaning against the frame, watching them. My emotions had oddly settled over the past few days. I wasn't even angry anymore. I had expected this. I guessed Lucas would pull her into his arms, soothing her like he always did. And sure enough, a second later, he frowned, stood, and wrapped the trembling Evelyn in a comforting embrace. See? I guessed right. Claire agreed to the divorce, he said calmly, patting Evelyn's back as if to reassure her. I don't know why she suddenly disappeared, but don't worry. I'll go through with the divorce, and then I'll marry you. Just as those words left his mouth, hurried footsteps echoed down the hallway. Before Lucas could react, 2 uniformed police officers walked into the room. Lucas froze, his brow furrowing in confusion. Officers, is there a problem? Before the police could respond, the door burst open again. Mason stumbled in, panting heavily, his face pale as he stammered, Dr. Ryan. See Claire. Claire is dead.